What's up guys, Love Smash, and we're back with a new video today, and we're going to have two topics in this video, talking about more character speculation and also my top 15 picks for assist trophies. And I did both topics because they're both going to tie in together, and you'll see that later on in the video. But I noticed something that was worth pointing out. A lot of you guys might have known this, but it just dawned on me, and I never noticed it before. But if you notice something, that every single character that has been playable in all Super Smash Bros. Games, including the fourth one so far, they have all been first-party characters only. Here's the list of franchises, and you'll notice that the only one that's the exception is the Pokemon series, and that's because it's the biggest franchise next to Mario for Nintendo, and you have to represent that. But every other character that's been playable is from a first-party game only. So what does this mean? Does this mean that only first-party characters are going to be represented? Or second-party and third characters not going to get any love in the future? Or is it just one big coincidence? Or is it something Sakurai just has against the company? Or does it have to do with anything like that? I have no clue, but just let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. And also, this is not including Mega Man and Snake and Sonic, because those are third-party characters in different companies. So anyway, let's move on to the second part of the video, which are going to be my top 15 picks for assist trophies. And I did a video with about 40 assist trophies. If you guys want to check it out, I did it back like 3 months ago, and it didn't get that much love. That's why I wanted to combine the topics, and also because they tie in, like I said. So we're going to talk about the 15 picks right now, and of course they are not official, like I said. They're just sharing ideas and thoughts. And as you can see here are actually the 6 that are definitely confirmed for the game, and Waluigi just getting confirmed today. So anyway, let's move on to them right now, and we're going to start off with Birdo. Maybe you can replace Lac-2 or Hammer Bro as a new Mario rep assist trophy, and very simple, she shoots eggs. Maybe the characters can pick them up and use them as projectiles, and maybe even Birdo can be attacked, like as you see, she could be attacked like that. So I think Birdo might have a good shot at this. Next up, Rambi the Rhino. Donkey Kong did not have an assist trophy rep in Brawl. I think he needs one. And Rambi, just very simple, comes in and charges and rams the fighters. Next up, Kamek, who Yoshi is, it's technically, he or she, whatever it is technically from a Yoshi game, which would be a Yoshi rep, which Brawl didn't have either. He didn't get any love. So Kamek being in so many games lately, I feel like it might be a good option. And also, he can use his magic to either maybe shrink fighters or even make them bigger, depending. Maybe it could be like a vice versa thing, or a switch in between. Just a thought. Next up, Tom Nook from Animal Crossing. I don't think I'm alone here saying Mr. Rossetti was annoying as hell. Maybe Tom Nook comes in and he just drops a bunch of weapons, and if maybe the settings, you have the weapons turned off, the items turned off, I mean, he could just say something funny and then just leave, and that's it. But I like Tom Nook. I'd like to see him in here somehow. Then Balloon Fighter. Balloon Fighter maybe just comes in his 8-bit form and flaps around the screen. And maybe if a fighter hits into him, they're sent flying, and maybe he could be attacked and lose a balloon in some way. Because there are a few assist trophies, maybe they can be attacked if they're going to do that like they did with Starfy. Next up, Mach Rider. And very simple, comes in on his motorcycle and shoots his guns at the fighters. He seems to be a series that Nintendo is not going to forget about, so maybe it's the time he becomes an assist trophy. And next up, a lot of people might get mad, but Sukapan, him being in one game like 20 years ago, and it was Japanese only. I can't see him as playable, even though I love him. Maybe just comes in, assist trophy, rolls, and throws his head at people. I love him. Next up, Urban Champion. Another old school, maybe comes in an 8-bit form, and he is a fighter. He's like Nintendo's first fighting game. So he comes in and just punches and kicks the fighters, and maybe he could be attacked also and fall back. And pretty much that's it. Next up, this one might be a little unlikely, but I think it's worth a look. Mr. Stevenson from Gumshoe. Gumshoe is a game that came out on the NES in the 80s, and his power could just be jumping around like this, and every few seconds maybe the screen is faded to black, and that would be his thing. And the next one on the list I think has a shot just because this game came out on the 3DS store as a downloadable game, and that's Muddy Mole from Mole Mania. Maybe he can come in and just make pitfalls by digging in the ground, or throwing iron balls or bombs that are cabbage at fighters, but a mole wearing sunglasses and a unibrow, how could you not love him? And as for the next fighters, I know people want to see them playable, but we're going to just say they're going to be assist trophies. Dylan from Dylan's Rolling Western. And I just want to say something about assist trophies quick. I love them personally. That's my second favorite thing about Brawl, and it's a good way to like sell more games, to represent a series without making the character playable. And it's still going to get people to buy the games, which Sakurai loves doing, putting characters in to sell more games. So Dylan comes in, uses his rollout, and he could charge it up and attack fighters, maybe use his claws as weapons too. And Shulk, another character I know people want to see, but I feel like him and Dylan and them being too new, I don't think they could be playable, but assist trophy definitely to sell more games. And he comes in with his giant sword, builds up, and maybe just one big powerful hit, and he sends every fighter flying, as you'll see here. Sort of like a move like this would be perfect for him. And after Shulk, let's talk about Wonder Red from Wonderful 101. He can use his giant fist attack, whatever it's called, and maybe hit the fighters 1, 2, 3 times, and that's his move. Then next up, the only character I actually see that could possibly, if they did have second party representation, be fighters, I could see Chibi-Robo being a fighter, just because his moveset, only because his moveset is just practically written and there's no thought going in it. But again, with second party, him being too small and all this other stuff coming in, maybe he probably wouldn't be playable, but maybe he just comes in, uses his toothbrush as his assist trophy thing, and just kind of like cleans the floor and does like very minimal damage. But here's some of ideas for movesets, just very quick, if he was playable, but chances are he won't be. So don't get mad at me about that. And last up, Knuckles. I feel like maybe he could either replace Shadow as the new assist trophy for Sonic and come in, punch the fighters, maybe glide around and hit them into the ground, creating like a pitfall, and they get stuck in the ground. And that's pretty much for Knuckles. He's got to be in this game somehow. And finally on the list, this is just hypothetical. If Pac-Man is included, I'm calling it right now and saying the 4 Pac-Man Ghost will be assist trophies, not playable, sorry. They will be assist trophies. And they could just hit into the fighters, just like in their arcade form, just like this. So anyway, guys, that is my video for today. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like always, if you have an idea for a video, for a topic, please let me know, and maybe I'll do a video about it. Always looking for that. And check out my other videos. And quick, just a shout out to someone who asked me, Eric Kirscher. I hope I'm saying that right, man. Thanks. And like always, guys, bye, and I'll be back.